I paid them to send out this chair. This was a third-party seller through Newegg. I paid for the chair, and I paid for decent shipping, and then like I don't remember which shipping option, but it wasn't Egg Saver because I definitely needed a better chair at that time. The hell? Was there like 4 enemies in that? That wave seemed really short. Who? Why did you roll back again? Oh, God. Oh my God, what the hell? Huh. Okay. Stunt Racer.
So, yeah, worth it. I'll say it definitely pays for itself with the first few drinks.
You fucking asshole.
Let's just say when I'm out and about, I don't buy regulars unless I get one with like a meal. I almost always just go to the canteen. How much course do I have? I have so much course.
I could definitely see something like being a patient on a TV show being a thing that would happen in the US if there was like a TV show about surgery. They'd be like, we'll do your surgery for free if you'll agree to have it televised. Well, just another way to abuse the fact that our medical system is such a fucking dumpster fire. Okay, hello. Alright. So, ignore my stupid map's name. I spent a little bit of time pre-stream setting up equipment sets for everything, and what I need to do... Here, you know what I'll do for now? We're going to put in a faux wall right here. And we're going to I probably won't need a like full ass chest. We're going to put together some pedestals. It's been a while since I've actually had to like
look for these things in my inventory. Did I take all of those boxes? I really should have left at least one behind. Whatever. Anyways, so we're going to get out a wooden pickaxe. You know, what's funny is I hadn't thought before this that I should probably bring a boom with me. Fuck's sake. For whatever reason, it's decided that that Pandorium box isn't close enough. But yeah, so that's going to be the boom that we're actually going to... God damn it. This is the boom we're actually going to use for the purpose of testing. Do we have... I was thinking that I might have another laser sitting around somewhere, but I guess I don't. We'll put this one on the pedestal. I genuinely thought we would have another laser sitting around somewhere. It's fine. I mean, like, I don't really need to put anything on the final pedestal. It'll just sit empty, and it'll be the mark of its own concept, I guess. That sentence didn't make any sense. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so these are gonna go here. These are gonna go here. Okay, so the setup that you see now, this is my speed mining setup. I don't think that there is a way to get any faster mining speed. Let's see, 70.5 mining speed. It's pretty hot. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is as good as it can get. And normally, you see the timer that's on screen, like when I play games casually, I always have, like, you know, Live Split is mostly for speedrunning, but I have casual timers with no splits that just tracks how long I'm playing games. Now, unlike the amount of time that Steam tracks, I pause this when I go to the bathroom, get a drink, have something to eat, whatever. So, yes, I genuinely have 1,178 hours of playtime on this. In fact, my actual playtime is probably a bit higher than that because sometimes I forget. Anyways, so the idea that I've had with this is what we're gonna do is we're going to clear out. I said 1,000. Let's say with around 1,000 dirt blocks, and then we will put the results in this box in terms of how many how many things we've gotten explicitly from walls. And we're just gonna track each of the methods. This one's gonna be the laser, even though we don't have it up on the pedestal there. Don't worry about it; it's right here. This one's gonna be booms, and this one's gonna be the pickaxe. It shouldn't really be that hard to test this. So what we're gonna do in order to test it is we're gonna make a new map, and then we're going to harvest dirt. and then we're gonna make a new map, and then we're gonna harvest dirt, and then we're gonna make a new map, and then we're gonna harvest dirt again. Or like I said, around 1,000 blocks. It really shouldn't take that long, I think. And so the reason I explained what I did about the timer a moment ago is that we're going to use the timer to get an idea of how long it took to acquire those blocks. I have a theory that just straight pickaxing is going to be the slowest possible way to do this. That's my theory. Anyway, so let's... That's gonna be... It's just gonna be T1. We're not gonna dick around with World Seeds, because realistically, I don't think that the... If the World Seed does have its own impact on this, I gotta say, that would mean that it really doesn't matter. Because... We're, like, it doesn't... like, if the World Seed changes how many I get, then from World Seed to World Seed, it would just be different on every map. So like there would be no consistency worthy of trying to track if that were the case, because there's too many different World Seeds to there's too much variety across World Seeds in order for that to have any viable way to like for the math to compare to like other experiences. Like what I end up on my map wouldn't be anything like what you would end up on your map. That are valid at the time of their destruction. And so like say that you destroy a 5x5 block, the inside blocks have all four directions to choose from when exploded. That's my theory of how that's working. And I think that based on my experiences, and I could be wrong about this, based on my experiences, I feel like, I haven't tracked it, but I feel like I have seen less locked chests when using the laser. And the only theory that I can think of for that is because the game cross-specs the laser as both attack and mining, which is weird. The simplest example of that I can give is that there are pieces of equipment that make it so that when you melee hit something, you receive back HP on hit, such as the Fang Necklace. And for whatever fucking reason, the laser counts. Anyways, so we're gonna load our new map. I haven't made a new map in ages, so I don't know. Okay, so there's my attack speed. It's worth noting that there are, when you switch to different pieces of equipment, there is interference with what your actual mining speed is. I don't have a great theory for why that is, but let's get started. You know what I just realized is that for whatever fucking reason, the audio is off on Core Keeper. We'll fix that after this. God, I hate these fucking things, dude. I really, 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 really wish that they hadn't added those. I'm gonna try to avoid those. I don't know what else to do with them. Because I don't want those to affect. There's one. I don't want those to affect testing. I'm not a fan of the fact that we're like right where the water is. Thanks, game. Was that in the music? No, we're gonna be ignoring the wood, don't worry. And all of the non-dirt blocks. And honestly, funny thing, god damn it. Genuinely hate those things. There's like a relatively, please move towards the wall. There's a relatively recent, like blast set that I don't have. And I don't have it because as far as I know, those were added well after we had completely mined out all of the dirt area on our map. Well, some of those got grabbed. Shit happens. Still trying to avoid those because, like, accidentally grabbing a couple out of a 1,000 count isn't really going to. We're basically there. We'll continue this for a little bit longer. I mean, like, given how quick that was, let's go to 1,500. We've picked up a box. Oh, we've gotten close to the slime already. Good stuff. How about this? We'll go until we get 3. So, we've gotten 1 so far. Like, I know I said it's been a while since I've made a new map, and it has been, but it's not the first time I've made a new map with, like, end-game equipment on. It is, in my opinion, quite funny to just, like, tear through early parts of the game with end-game shit. Here, I can't really see with that in the way. If I have to drop stuff to make room in the inventory, like, I'm not really concerned about the integrity of my inventory right now. Now, so far, just the one chest. The one thing this is going to give me, though, that the other ones isn't going to give me, is that when I strike these walls, I have a % chance of getting copper. I don't remember what. Fuck off. I don't remember what that % chance is, but I have a chance of getting an extra ore, which is like my favorite thing about the Seeker pickaxe. Man, words, English, come on. Fuck, man, maybe I'll stop at the second one. I do think that, like, the longer the test goes on, the more complicated it threatens to become. I'd say, like, in theory, so, like, the chests in theory have a 0.27% chance to spawn in adjacent tile blocks. So I would theorize that means that when I did that right there, that the left, top, and right blocks had a % chance of producing a locked chest. So that'd be 3 different rolls. Is that accurate? Dunno. God damn you. That would mean that for every 1,000 rolls, you should, in theory, see 2. For every 2,000 rolls, you should, in theory, see 5. Here, you know what? We'll stop at 10 minutes and point out that I have yet to see another one. Fuck off. I found more dirt. Still haven't seen a second one though, and we're already past the 10-minute mark. We're almost to the 11-minute mark and I still haven't stopped. I'm bad at following my own boundaries. You sack of shit. Hey, remember when it was, like, interesting to find a giant mushroom? Those sure were the days. Okay, I'm calling it. That was the 12-minute mark. So save and exit. What a disappointing haul. So there's that. There's that. That's all we're putting in here. Everything else is happenstance nonsense. I'm not worried about any of that for the sake of this testing. All of the rest of this is getting sorted into the inventory. Okay. For the sake of my personal convenience, we're gonna do the laser testing first. And then I'm gonna put my mining set in here. Okay, so what is my offense? 105.3% melee speed. Now, start game. Let's delete that T1. T2. Interesting, because it doesn't seem to be changing the actual like speed at which it breaks blocks. So I think that block breaking happens at a specific speed regardless. Because I do know that the attack speed very, very much affects the way that it interacts with enemies. I've also noticed that these beams, like, I'm using a controller right now, which is not super comfortable, but I have noticed that there is a slight difference in the way that it propagates the beam itself between the way that the controller works and the way that the mouse works. I don't know why. It's like there's when I'm using the mouse, it feels like it doesn't produce certain angles the same way. Or maybe I should say it the other way. When I'm using a controller, it doesn't produce the angles the same way. I don't suppose it matters which way I said that. It feels like I have a greater control of it with my controller, which is counterintuitive. It doesn't really make sense. I also think it's definitely more comfortable to pop off with the laser via mouse. By the way, the claim that I saw that's like, oh, this pushes you back, so this is a lot slower than with the pickaxe. Like, mate. Come on. Like, this is at this point going so fast at certain points that it's making the game second guess whether or not some blocks are still around. Like, you saw multiple instances there where a block goes out of existence and then comes back into existence. By the way, it's also worth noting we have not yet seen a chest. Oh, I also forgot to change the audio. Hold on, you know what? Wait. Have I been using the wrong fucking setup? Yes. I was definitely using the wrong setup. So no, walls don't have a fixed break time. Christ. Okay, hold on. It's worth noting that produced no chests. I don't know how I ended up on the wrong setting right there, but whatever. That's annoying and sort of embarrassing. But that was almost 1,000 and we saw nothing. No fucking... Oh, right. My shield. But yeah, we saw no chests. None. So... my fuck up just now didn't invalidate the test so much as it just, honestly, we had cleared so much of that shit. Alright, let's do this again, and don't fuck it up this time. Hey, should we do it with the mouse? I'll do it with the mouse. That would be more relaxing for this anyway. Put on the correct set, idiot. there's one. Though we do need to add, for the purpose of our of testing the what 976 or so that we had on the last one. By the way, this is so much slower than the pickaxe, right? Like sometimes, like I don't normally like harp on like people just being wrong, but like this is one of those times where it's like that felt like a claim that they did not even double check if they had any idea what the hell they were talking about. At this point, though, like, I'm willing to concede the very real possibility that I was wrong and that there's not, in fact, a notable difference in chest spawns between laser use and pickaxe use. And that what I was experiencing was just a big-ass dry spell as far as the chests were concerned. But yeah, we'll go for 12 minutes here and see how many dirt walls we pick up. I realize that, like, you know, this isn't exactly good, hard, raw science in the fact that we have times where where I'm breaking non-dirt blocks, and we're only counting dirt blocks. I realize that. But I feel like the gap in performance is going to be quite noticeable, regardless of that. Well, there's two. Yeah, it could genuinely be the same. And I was just like, I could have been wrong. But at the same time, when I said that it seemed like. I wasn't sitting in there and being like, oh, it's definitely this. If I was so far up my ass that I thought I just knew that for a fact, I wouldn't have worded it the way that I did. And I certainly wouldn't be here testing. Let's see, we're almost at the 5-minute mark. Bro, how much of this map have we already fucking displaced? I'm just glad we haven't accidentally moved into the direction of the slime boss. Not because I think he'll be a problem, but because I just think he'll interfere with testing. For like the quarter of a second that he'll be distracting my laser. Oh, there's another. Well, we're going this way now. Not a lot of booms on this map. I like that. Hey. That was another one. So we're at 9 minutes, 20 seconds. I think that there's a very real chance that we've just about displaced, like, maybe 50% of the dirt biome. And that looked like it was yet another chest. So again, it looks like there's a very real chance that I was just fucking wrong. God damn it. Then again, like, it's also very likely that this just isn't a large enough test. But at least as far as the explosives, like, the way that people talk about the explosives is that it's really fucking significant. And that there's, like, no reason that I shouldn't see like a noteworthy jump and how often they happen. And if that's the case, that's pretty interesting. I will say this though. It appears that the update that's coming out soon-ish ? There is mention in the journals of the pot. Would you, sir? Could you get out the way, please? There is mention of automated fishing being part of the game officially now. And if that's the case, and it includes the possibility of just, like, loot rewards instead of just fish, then that's far and away going to be the most likely way to get this kind of stuff. Like, figuring out what the spawn rates are going to be in walls is going to, like, if anything, people will look at the spawn rates of these items in the walls as being secondary at best. Alright, that's 12 minutes. Alright, to keep things simple, I'm going to switch to... right, hold on. So we ended up with 5 for 42.71. That is the wrong box. Versus, in the same time frame, 1 for almost 3,000. Okay. Well, like I said, to keep things simple, I'm going to switch back to this. We're going to put these over here for now. I'll deal with that later. Okay. Oops. Shit. Okay. Now, I don't think that we need to do, like, I don't think that we're going to need to focus all that heavily on whether or not this is reinforced. I don't think its reinforcement matters. These fucking robots causing problems. God damn. I mean, this is far and away not the worst I've ever seen it. Like, I've come home to this entire front area, like, for multiple screens off to the side were completely swallowed with the giant crabs. Like, I've come home to a number of bomb scarabs having blown up the entire front of this machine. Just loads of problems sometimes, and that's partly my fault. I made the absurd decision that this time we were not going to get rid of like enemy spawning floor pieces like we had on previous maps. Okay. T4. I don't even know why I'm bothering with that. Create. Okay. Is this not the right weapon to use for this? Hold on. Burn Zuka. Here, you know what? Before I find out that I done fucked up, let's switch to the one that I see specifically being mentioned. Because that, like, just piercing through a bunch of walls concerns me. Is this the one? Grubzuka, no. Alright. I have plenty of Gemeralds to work with. I'm not in any way, shape, or form concerned about that. Alright. Let's start again! This might still go through walls, but who knows? Okay. Yeah, this is notably faster than the, you know what, fuck, man, I might actually start using this kind of setup on the goddamn passage. Because there's just not a reason to care. When it comes to the passage, it's just walls. Walls with nothing in them. They mean nothing. I can't say that I'm feel any, like, great excess, but, like, I don't know, man. Ow, that hurt a lot. I might kill myself if I'm not... See, that's another reason that I'm not so sure about this shit. Because I definitely do have a habit where it's like, look at all those things, I want to go pick them up, and then I fire a shot, and then I eat explosive. Okay. I could have killed myself just now. Yeah, I think that my theory about what it is correct, but yeah, at the same time, I still am not really seeing like a huge, like insane number of them. It's just more. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's definitely 100% my theory is correct. It's that when they all go up at the same time, that means that they're all able to check each other's positions at the same time, which means that they're all valid for becoming a chest on destruction. Whereas, like, when you destroy just one block at any given moment, I've run out of shit to shoot at, guys. Then it can only check that one thing. But if you blow up a whole mess all at once, then they can all check each other simultaneously, which means that all of the blocks being destroyed are potentially chests all at once rather than just like adjacent to the one being destroyed. I don't think that I'm voicing this worth a damn, but like I understand it in my head what's going on. I could fuck my ass, dude. Like, if I could like make a graphic of it, it'd be a lot easier to be like, yes, this is what's happening. Yo, I genuinely can't pick that up. The things that we do want to pick up, though, we have space for because of stacking. I got 3 more minutes worth of this shit. Damn, dude. Like, what was I thinking? Well, I might actually get that blast set. That would be nice. I've run out of shit to blow up again. This is objectively the fastest thing, yeah. Like, I would have to be a doofus to try to suggest that this is as fast as these, or that the laser is just as fast as this, or that pickaxing had any chance in hell. You know what? Get out of my inventory. Let me grab that egg. Yeah. I do feel absolutely confident in saying that, like, okay, that's going to be the last shot. That when you destroy walls by, like, triggering an explosive that's in a wall, that explosive blowing up the things around it has 0 chance of spawning chests. Anyway, so this is going to go back to the way that I normally use the timer. So yeah, yeah, definitely 100%. Oh, that's that pickup radius. Whoops. There's an exit on the other side of this. I'm still not really worried about those things out there. What's 2600? Okay. So yeah, like, the pickaxe performed the worst, but at the same time, I honestly wonder partly if that was just foul luck, or if the pickaxe is genuinely the worst. Anyways, I'll type up my findings later. I have a video to actually lean on for anything that I found out. So I might actually keep this for now. Shit. Fuck. No, god damn it. The added pickup radius is genuinely kind of fucking with me, but... I do want... Do we have... Yeah, we have enough. In fact, we have more than enough. I'm feeling a little annoyed because, from what I understood, the blast set was in these chests, right? So just... Yeah, but not many. Okay. That's shitty. Whatever. It's fine. In fact, you know what? Before I fuck off, let's just, Okay. Hold on. See, I keep 2 sets of everything. Just on the off chance that it ever becomes... Like, just on the off chance that we ever have a curiosity about one thing or another. You know, one for Viv and one for me. Of course. Did she have a fang necklace? She does. Everything's fine. I've got one too, I'm just, you know, using it. She has that hat and gun. I had no reason to think she didn't have the gun, but... The, pot tub, right? Yeah. Everything else is fine. Oh, right, the ring, larva ring. We keep 2 of those per player. Does she don't have any of them? Really? Okay. I'm not like super concerned about the blast sets or anything like that. I just love the idea that this might help me, like, cause like I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't like actually considered like trying on the blast stuff again. I just hadn't considered it. It had never occurred to me. And I don't mind the idea of, let's see, my special, yeah, is the core iris. But I mean, if I'm using explosives, this doesn't actually help for that. You know what that means. Let's see what we got. Armor. You know, I haven't messed around with the Trinity Heart. It, like, for all I know, this thing is totally badass. Oh, the Hydra Tooth, though. Like, I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep my ability to dash around. Which, by the way, means this is the first time I've actually had the core iris in that box in a while. Alright. Well, these are getting put away. Like I said, like, I don't mind, like, you know, if any of those didn't work out. It's all fine. Not a big deal. Doesn't matter. It's like, I eventually plan on, like, completing the collection and maxing out all the items anyway. So I'm not, like, concerned. Oh, right, a smaller pouch. Right. Yeah, we'll keep that for reasons, I guess. All right, so you know what? I just realized I shouldn't actually have the magnet rings on right now. Would actually cause me more problems than not. Here, alright. Let's put this away. Really, we already out of stuff over here? Okay. Anyway, so this is how I separate bullshit out when I'm doing all of my massive inventory mess. It's a pain in the dick sometimes, but honestly, like, the way that I've learned to do this is way fucking better than how it was when I was doing all this raw. Like, for instance, I used to just, like, not separate things out, and I would just run around like an asshole trying to get everything sorted manually. I mean, in my defense, some of that was because, you know, the game hadn't been designed with like the Q button and all of that shit hadn't been added to the game yet. We both have one now. I keep on whiffing on this one. Wait, hold on. You know, we might not both have that. Yeah, anyways. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love this track. Like, I don't know why I love this track. This is not my usual vibe, but there's something about it that just catches me. I don't know. I think it's because it, like, the rest of the game isn't this vibe. Like, at all. Okay, so yeah, we were working over here, up in the top. So I guess that's probably the best place to portal to. It doesn't matter. You know, I don't like this. So, what I think I want is God, how do I want to do this? I don't need the bug net with me right now, do I? Anyway, that looks extremely messy. But this means I also... Oh, I don't need this on me. So I can take my bug net back. I'm gonna do that. Where the hell did I put it? No, wait. Yeah. Hopefully this works out. I don't even have space for more of these goops that these fuckers drop. But they're worth a decent amount. I don't know exactly how much each of them is worth, but they're worth a lot. You know, I just realized... Ah, oh, fuck. I want the speed mining setup still. But it doesn't need to have the core iris. Okay, hold on. I don't believe I have any pants. So hold on. We're gonna put... Oh, God. Why do I have this in here? Okay, so I need pants. Don't we all? Wait, 7.5? What do I have here? A hell of a lot more than that, yeah. Such good fucking music. This genuinely doesn't look like pants. So either paladin pants for that 41% armor and dodge chance. Did I say 41% armor? 41 armor, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So I got 41 armor, and I didn't know that I had those. Well, let's just use the paladin stuff. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on. We have an inconsistency here. Okay, those are 6 each. I thought that they were worth more than that, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so the reason I wanted to still have my speed mining set is because I want to be able to switch to my mining set when it comes time to tear down plants, because I don't think I have no confidence in being able to use the booms effectively for plant removal. So I think that it's just going to go right through them. I mean, it's possible that... that could have been real bad. Because this one appeared to have like a maximum range before it boomed, and it was piercing through walls. I really don't need passage walls. We've got an outlandish amount of passage walls. I do not need more. About to say, where'd you fuckers go? There's a big boy trying to run me over about right here. You know, like, I find, like, random drops from those enemies just sitting around in areas like that right there, as though I killed an enemy there. And I think that the enemies in the passage sometimes just fail to spawn in, and that's curious. It's certainly something. What happened to the piercing effect that it was having earlier? I'm not certain that this is faster. Maybe it is and I'm stupid. Yeah, it's faster. I don't know. It's not performing quite like I expected, so my brain's like, is this really any good? It's all about that. Yeah, I guess if I'm just not an idiot with it. Good to know that I can literally one-shot my stupid ass with that. You see, I'm used to using the laser, so I'm used to just being right up on top of the thing that I'm mining. I'm not accustomed to having to keep my distance while mining. It's been a while since I've died. I guess I didn't dodge, right? Bruh. I suppose, like, probably one of the biggest threats now is firing a boom at a wall and then having one of them dickhead worms pop up and force the boom to blow up in my face. Wait, what? Sure. I'm also just, like, not used to the magnetic range of, like, my... I keep on getting too close. The range of my... Fuck you. Be dead now. The range of my, my item grab radius. Yeah, I'm for all of that, actually. Hooray. I don't know. Is this faster? Like, there's places where it's like, yeah, look at all of these things I'm blowing up in a single shot, but then there's other places where, yeah, I have to be more careful. I've already killed myself once. Who knows? I probably haven't learned my lesson. Like, it almost certainly is, and I'm just a whiny prick. The full flavor of my autism showing itself in the whole, like, I'm not used to this way. Here. Oh, whoops, what? Oh, that random stray fire I just did, that was me, testing whether or not it would boom where I was actually aiming the mouse rather than, like, going a set distance first. Who would have thought it wouldn't have special rules for the mouse? Ooh, that almost did it. Man, like, I'm gonna have to completely reassess what the hell I want out of my setups once I have all the mining done, too. Because, like, once I have all the mining completely done, like, I mean, obviously, the new content is coming soon, but let's be real. In all likelihood, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna finish with that, and then I'll be like, fuck it. The map's not completely dug out anymore. I'll dig that out, and then what? One of these mining sets is gonna have to go the fuck away, that's why. You may fuck off. I've given you permission. So what do I have? Because I just now realized by firing that shot, I don't actually need any enhanced explosive damage for this. I don't think that almost certainly isn't enhancing my mining in any way, shape, or form. So I'm wondering, I should probably have my mining set up on, with the exception of I do forget which item it is. Something on me. It's the bomb necklace. I really, 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 really hate it when that happens, too. Do I even like this? I don't think that I do, if I'm honest. There is a heightened chance of self-destruction, for one thing. Oh, god damn it. Wait, what? I'm confused, but whatever. That's another thing I don't like about this, is that I've got all of this shit going on. Anyways, boom. Boom. I did not previously have those. I'm pretty sure this was on that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I'm familiar with. Maybe that makes me a big old wiener, but it is what it is. How much work did we even get done over here? I mean, like, if I'm honest, I'm not impressed. And after that, we've got, like, I think the most of the work that I'm going to have right here is digging out all the plants from right here. I don't know why I wasn't just going to this one. Don't be a cunt! About that. Ugh, for fuck's sake, dude, I'm just trying to get my... I just want to rip up the bridge. I just want to rip up the bridge. Yeah, those are inside of that. I'm not worried about that right now. The ones I feel most concerned about are the ones that are, like, out in the open. Because it's, in my opinion, it's easy to walk away from those and then not remember that they're there. Anyways, I'm about to switch games for a bit. We want these. Boop. Oh man. Bruh. Hmm. I really don't understand why they felt these plants in particular needed to have a third swing. Man, look at all of these. I get myself into trouble with this kind of shit all the time because I think like, oh, I'll get enough of these to get back into position, or I'll end this game once I've gotten all of the plants up to this certain point, and then I find that there's like a fucking billion of these things. You know, I was thinking that I was going to change to a different game, but no, I don't know. Hey, hey, hey. I'm getting cold, and that kind of thing typically makes me think about just curling up in bed, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's funny that I hadn't considered how much the magnet ring would fuck with my home habits. Like, it hadn't even occurred to me. Okay, well, I mean, most of that's done, so let's... Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna switch to a different game. It's cold. It's late. I doubt anybody's live. Someone is, but no one's here. So whatever, it's fine. You'll have a good one.
All I can do is shake my head. Dude, and my crit chance with these is absurd. Good fucking job, my dude. Oh my god. The lady that's trying to announce the race is stuck inside of the dumpster. Oh my god.
Lucky box.
I am a fucking asshole.
And that is the only way out, so let's go the other way. Hey. Oh, wow. Well, he gone. He gone.
What are you doing? Bruh. Bruh, I need to talk to you. Stop. Oh my god.
Why is the audio getting weird? What is happening in this video game?
Oh my god, he was stuck on me. He's like glitched out, dude. He was stuck on the rubble in a fucking goofy ass position.